if you remember, Maha, but last time we had a storm in Trinidad and my internet kept dropping, so I didn't
Yeah.
actually get to meet you.
Yeah. So I'm excited to talk to you. Tell me a little bit about your business, and let me see where I can bring value to you.
Okay, so I have been working in corporate social media for the last 10 years. At the beginning of the pandemic, people started reaching out to me to help them, people who had small businesses. And I'm like, you know what, there's a business idea here. So I started my own consulting business and it went really well. And just my own personal background with growing up in poverty, food insecurity, childhood abuse, being raped and almost killed, all of these things just instilled in me this deep desire to be of service. And I feel like if I had the opportunity to heal from these things and to grow, then I should turn around and try to be helpful. So in the last year, I've been working almost exclusively with nonprofits throughout the Caribbean in different areas like girls' education, climate resilience, survivors of gender-based violence, refugees from Venezuela, and to support entrepreneurs in their programs. And so I've been able to help support about 200 marginalized entrepreneurs throughout the Caribbean.
Wow.
And from speaking with them, I kind of realized that even though they're in very different sectors, they have similar needs in terms of the early stage entrepreneurial support that they need. So because of this, I decided to start my own nonprofit and an ed tech platform to help with the capacity building, sharing resources like information about grants and things like that. So my question for you is really, as I'm pivoting from like a consultant, who's trying to sell services, to a tech founder and a nonprofit founder who's trying to build connections, raise awareness, get funding. What advice do you have about marketing or pivoting a personal brand from, trying to sell something to now trying to I'm not even sure how I would categorize myself, but just trying to raise awareness about the things that I'm trying to do?
I think you should just start doing it. Like start just pivoting on your social to talk about it. So a lot of people worry about like, I was doing this on my social and people think I'm this, and now I want to switch to that. Can I do it? Your audience is your audience, and they're going to be curious to learn from you and basically even talk about the journey to pivoting to this new role of what you want to focus on. I think you should just do a quick video straight to camera, or maybe post a picture and write a caption if you're not really comfortable doing that, and start doing it. I mean, thought leadership is thought leadership. You want to be talking about the things that you care about the most and to bring value to your audience, right? So don't shy away from being afraid or overthinking it or worrying about judgment. I would start doing it and then wait for the feedback and questions that you'll get from it.
Okay. And so the concern was just kind of like isolating the people who were there for educational content. So am I mixing the two then?
No, I don't think it's fine. I think you say for the people that are here for the educational content, I'm still very passionate about it. I still care about it. But I, like anyone else, I'm learning to grow and evolve. Mm-hmm. And this is a new passion of mine that I really want to build on. And hopefully you'll understand why I care so much about it and then start sharing it. I don't think you'll lose your audience. I really don't.
Right. Yeah, that's great. I'm going to use that word for word.
Yeah. And just start talking, like take the education playbook and turn it into your narrative. The part about being a lifelong learner is that you're learning about what you care about and what you're passionate about, or you have new interests, or we're better informed. I mean, we learned so much in COVID about like how we should act and not act. And, all the things that we are learning from, we should use that new information. So we shouldn't just say, oh, I've learned something new that I think is really important to me. I'm really upset about all these marginalized people that aren't getting the light of day. And I really want to I want to have a purpose. I want to work with intention. And those are the things I care about. Mm-hmm. I think people will respect you even more.
I hope so. I'm nervous about it. I've been
don't be doing it. Don't be nervous about it at all.
I'm kind of curious. We had the fellowship with Day One, and one of our first mentors was talking about the idea of building in public. And I was just curious about your thoughts on it as I'm entering this new world and wanting to share. Building in public.
Like, what do you mean by building in public?
I think he meant like sharing updates on his projects, really just trying to get feedback from the community, getting excited.
Yeah, like documenting what you're doing as you're doing it. I love that.
Okay.
Yeah, if I remember that conversation, he was talking about too, just like it was like like basically like putting out these very minimal products, like using almost like splash pages as like a starting place for an idea, and then like basically he was like just shipping without just like really bad versions of the thing that he had hoped to build, in terms of just like going back and forth with the community, trying to get input on, and like just doing the entire thing out in front of everyone, rather than going, here it is, you know, once you feel like you have something together. Is that right, Ashley?
I think so, yeah. But I was just wondering if Maha had any like.
I like it. I feel like it helps build an audience. I think it helps build like feedback from the audience. It helps grow the community, gives them a sense of empowerment that they're part of your business. You know, a lot of people like to see the behind the scenes on how things are done and made, and it helps build like empathy for you as a leader and your business.
Okay, great. Yeah, because I've been thinking about that as a way to create content for the nonprofit side without having to create content, but just sharing the updates.
Good stuff. I think it's important.